shell. He's going to tell you a little bit about this shovel head. One of the prerequisites is that if they build bikes of professional quality and they've built at least 3 bikes before, which Mark has certainly done. And these people have full-time jobs. And a lot of very busy people, but somehow they find the time for their love and passion to build creations like this. Mark has been involved with metal since he was a young guy, and who would have ever thought he'd start a company with maybe 50 or 100 employees doing metal buildings in a bunch of states. But he's based in Idaho, and I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about the bike.
Thank you, Michael. So, my name is Mark Still. So I have a steel fabrication, steel erection company, and this is what I do at nights and weekends because I spend too much time in the office nowadays. This is all after hours. The idea behind this bike was I grew up in Southern California, down around Long Beach, and always fond of lowriders. So I decided I wanted to do more of the bicycle style. I wanted to stay skinny with it. I just kind of went nuts on the game. But the pipes are all titanium. There's about 50 some odd feet of weld in those pipes. Took a lot of time, especially because it's really thin. Want to do something a little different for us. The floorboards are the actual brake is the floorboard, and the actual shifter is the other floorboard. And I don't know, other than that, lots of cool handmade stuff on it.
Thanks, Mark. You know, I photographed almost every one of these bikes as features for magazines, so they'll be appearing over the next year. And I've had them out on my social media over the last few days. This one's been out, and some comments were, "Wow, it's a great bike with no headlights," but there are 2 little headlights here. If it's Mark building it, I know they work. And I know everybody's focused on the bikes, but I'd like Willie G. Davidson to please come over. Okay, I'm honored, very honored that Willie G is a participant this year. Now, Willie, of course, has designed motorcycles his entire life, but most of you probably don't know that he's done watercolors since he was back in art school as a young lad. And every year he would go off with a group of friends from that same group and paint watercolors in northern Wisconsin. And he has never shown the world. He did once at the Harley Museum just a couple years ago. It was a small display. And when I first asked, he said no. And then about a month later, he calls me and goes, "You know, I think I would like to put 4 pictures in there." And then he called again a month later and said, "I think I'll make it 7. So we're honored that he's the first artist on the wall here. Please take your time and look at his watercolors when you get a chance. Of course, all the art is motorcycle themed, even his abstractions. But I'm super honored to have this legend right here next to me and displaying his work, his watercolors outside of Milwaukee for the first time anywhere. Thank you so much, Willie.
Thanks. Yeah, the paintings really began at Art Center, which is Pasadena, California design school. A lot of the automotive designers in Detroit are from that school and have been trained there. And I was always looking for a school that would handle industrial design and have some electives in the area of creativity, such as painting. So we go out in the boonies and get our brushes wet and try and make something cool. And lo and behold, I've been doing it ever since, which is 50-some years. But I have a studio in the Harley-Davidson Museum, and so I'm surrounded with the best collection in the world, and I'm very happy with that. And we see a lot of riders from all over the world. They come in from Europe and Japan, and the museum is their first designer. So I get to say hello to a lot of fun people. And my paintings are just a way of keeping me fired up. And I have a nice collection of bikes myself. We recently had the Panhead celebration, and some of those were phenomenal. So the hands look good. We've had the nuts there. So it's a labor of love. Creativity It all goes together. And my good wife is here with me. She's taking pictures right now. So, you need a good partner. And she fills the bill, for sure. So, thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Willie. And just so you know, he's the Design Officer Emeritus at Harley-Davidson. He is the ambassador for Harley-Davidson, going all over the world every month still. And he goes to work no longer at the design center, but at the museum. As he explained, he has an office there. That office is really a paint studio, and he goes and paints every day. So that's what passion is. It's like when you don't get paid, would you still do it? And that's what he does. Let's hear it for Willie, please. Thank you so much. Let's move over and get Jack Diagazio up next to his bike over here.